Hey, could I please get a venti blonde roast?
Yeah, what else for you?
That's it.
All right, I'll see you at the window.
Thank you. Really happy with progress so far, and just glad to hear that you're nailing those variables, like finding that routine with meal prepping, enjoying your rest days, and just dialing in your training continuously. Overall, in a really great spot right now. We're just going to continue to hold steady. We've talked about blood glucose over the past few.
This will be your last call. 20 minutes, you're done being alone. This will be your last call. 20 minutes, you're done being alone. This will be your last call. 20 minutes, you're done being alone.
I am slowly but surely embracing this awkward phase that is the in-between of my hair not fully being able to be put up, but not really looking like it should be down at all. So, forgive me. So, I'm showing you a full day of eating in a new way. As you probably noticed, I'm not following a meal plan. This was actually a full day of intuitive eating. And that is a strange phrase because for those of you who may not have struggled with an eating disorder or have been on a really strict plan before, the idea of intuitive eating may sound commonsensical, like you're just eating what you want when you want based on your hunger. But for me, as someone who has struggled with anorexia starting in high school, leading into a lifestyle of bodybuilding around the time I was 17 or so, where I was on a strict meal plan, initially with macros and then into a meal plan. The idea of intuitive eating is terrifying. People ask me a lot of times, how do you follow a meal plan? How do you get your workouts in? How are you so disciplined? But for me, bodybuilding is the default. Bodybuilding almost is the easy way. Not easy in the sense that it's convenient, because it's definitely not, and it definitely prevents me from having any semblance of balance in life. But it is the easy way in that it is what I know, it is what I understand, and it is the only context in which I have trusted myself around food and trusted my body more or less to someone else's decision making, a coach. Recently, I felt challenged. I've had some issues come up with my health that I haven't really addressed over the last few months, and I realized that it's time that I need to actually take my health seriously. In this industry, we see a lot of people getting sick, dying, dealing with sides of different drugs, and I don't think that it should take someone you know close to you dying before you make a change that is in alignment with what you know you need to do. Bodybuilding has been exactly what I needed for a certain amount of time in my life. And I know that at this current phase right now, God is calling me to learn to love my body, to address my health, and to find my passion again in this sport, whatever that looks like. So while I don't know what that looks like long term, what I know right now is that I need to learn to reconnect with my hunger signals, to heal my body, and to really start to reconnect with myself in a new way. So what that looks like right now, even though I can't predict what that's going to look like long term, is coming off cycle again. I felt very convicted about that, started dealing with side effects yet again, and I knew that if I wasn't going to listen to myself, I was only going to be betraying my intuition, which is something that I think is really important to me in this phase of my life as I attempt to rebuild my connection with my intuition. On top of that, I really want to address some of these health issues coming up. I've had issues with breathing since October or so that I haven't really addressed fully and seem to just be getting worse as I put on more weight. My dissatisfaction with my body has only increased as I've both put on weight and put on more muscle, which is a goal that I've always had. So kind of coming to that point where I'm the most muscular that I've ever been and realizing that I'm more unsatisfied with my body than I've ever been has been a really helpful wake-up call for me and just another indicator that I need to make a change. And then digestion has been an issue for a long time. Prep was the best I felt in regards to digestion, and ever since then, I've had issues with regularity, with bloating, with acid reflux. So I see this constellation of issues that I haven't been addressing, and I realize that if I don't address them fully, I'm not ever going to be able to achieve any kind of physique goal out of a system that isn't functioning optimally. So I'm really excited to embrace this new journey, as terrifying as it is and as scary as it can be to, in my mind, face what could be criticism from the outside from turning away from such an extreme and intense and hardcore lifestyle towards something that might seem a little bit more vague and floaty and not as structured. But I realize that this is something that I need to do to function optimally. And as a coach, I preach every single day about the importance of listening to your body, about the importance of reestablishing a healthy relationship with food and with your body. And so I know that if I'm not living out of that, then I'm not teaching out of the sense of integrity with which I want to as a coach, as a person. So I'm embracing this phase right now of intuitive eating, and I'm excited to share the journey with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, if it's not in alignment with what your goals are, I completely understand. But I hope that some of you will take value from this. And if you have questions or things that you want to see as I embrace this new journey, whatever it's going to look like, I'd be happy to share more in depth with you. But over the next series of videos, what I want to do is show you what my progression through intuitive eating looks like, what it looks like as I rebuild trust with my body, as I focus on recovering in some of these areas in which I've been struggling, and as I finally turn back to face my disordered eating patterns again in a new way. So thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for always supporting. I'll be sharing this journey with you coming up, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it brings and what comes through facing this challenge in a new way. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and comment below. I will be again posting more videos about my journey through intuitive eating, about how that's going to look like from a training perspective, from a achieving fitness goals perspective, but with the primary focus being on reconnecting with my body, my health, and achieving a higher level of quality of life. Throughout this video, I've walked you through my meals as well as the macros and nutrition facts for the meals. I know this isn't in line with complete intuitive eating, but this is definitely a first step for me. So here's what my day looks like from a macronutrient perspective as well as a micronutrient perspective. As you can see, I'm hitting pretty much all my goals. My calories are around 18 to 1900 a day, and I'm looking forward to progressing to the point where I no longer feel compelled to track calories or even macronutrients, but can truly listen to my body intuitively. And I'm excited to share that process with you as I work from tracking food to full intuitive eating.